Hello everybody, this is Agamon. Welcome to my channel. Here we are broadcasting updates to Rokugan Total Clan War, pending title. Yeah, that's the pending title, not permanent yet, just yet. This is a total conversion mod for Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms to bring it into the Legend of the Five Rings setting. And here we are with the main menu with the brand new title. You see the vanilla Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms has been replaced with Rokugan Total Clan War. Great research went into finding the right font for that. Brilliant. So today we'll be showcasing the unique units of the Crab Clan. I will see you on the battlefield. And here we are. I hope this fog doesn't mess up the view too much. Alright, so the war doctrine of the Crab Clan is infantry, heavily armored, and armed. They move a little slow because of all the heavy equipment, but they are still pretty agile and they can deliver crushing blows. So they wear lots of armor and their weapons are anti-armor. Alright, so first off, the unique archer of the Crab Clan is the Hiruma Scouts. Basically, that's what their function is. They are scouts. That's really it. They shoot arrows, they move fast, and they're very good at hiding in vegetation. That's really all there is to say about that. Alright. Now, we'll start off looking at the lighter units of the crab, such as these guys, the Hiruma Slayers. Now, why are they wearing dragon colors, green and yellow? Because that's what their card said. The card has Hiruma Slayers wearing green and yellow. I have no idea what that is, but that's the look I'm giving them. If you have a better idea for their look, feel free to let me know. If I like the sound of it, then I will totally do it. What is in the canon for the Hiruma Slayers is they carry a heavy one-handed axe, the Masakari axe. So these guys move quickly for crab units, but they still deliver crushing blows. They're also very good at hiding in forest. Use them for ambushing. Just plop them in a forest and wait for enemy units to, show weakness, and then have them jump up and smash their armor with their nasty axes. Over here is the Yasuki House Guard. Now, they not exactly spearmen in the canon, but seeing as how the crab are really lacking in any Yari soldiers, the Yasuki House Guard was left pretty vague about how they fight, so I took the creative liberty in making them an anti-cavalry unit. That's basically how I go through all these units. I try to stick to the source material as much as possible, but if the description is left vague enough, then I take creative freedom to try to make some balance within the clan. I don't try to do that too much because, well, this is really about L5R, so I wanted this to be as L5R-y as possible. Alright, now to the heavy units. Here you have Tetsubo Samurai, just regular samurai carrying a Tetsubo and wearing very heavy armor. They move a little slower than normal samurai units, but not that much slower. I didn't want to slow them down too much because, well, the crab trained in this type of weaponry. They're used to it, so they shouldn't bulk down too much. When they catch their enemies, it can be pretty painful, regardless of the enemy's armor. Over here you have the Hiruma, the Hida Slayers. No, oh, jeez, wow, I totally botched that. The Hida Avengers. They do not have armor-piercing capability, but they have a very devastating attack. Very good as shock troops, and still good at toe-to-toe fighting. Every clan will have its own elite guard, and here's the crabs. They function pretty much the same way as Tetsubo Samurai, but they move faster, but their weapons have the same effect, though obviously a lot more powerful. The nice giant hammers they carry. Here you have the damned berserkers who function the same way as Tetsubo Samurai, but their morale is locked, meaning they fight to the very last. I really do not like how they look. It's a little bit too generic. I like the banners though. The banner of the damned is the family mon splattered in blood, which I've done. So at least I'm gonna keep that. Yeah. But the figures really need to change. They look too ordinary. The only unique cavalry unit I've been able to find for the Crab Clan was called Suru's Legion. So that's what you have here, Suru's Legionnaires, founded by Hida Kisada's brother, Hidasuru. They charge in with their Yari into enemy formations, and then pull out their Masakari and start hacking the enemy to bits. Very effective. And since they have good armor, they will especially be a real pain to the enemy. Charge cavalry will be uncommon in this mod. The unicorn will have the most. Over here you have the Kuni Shugenja. Shugenja will mostly have the same look, but the Kuni will be the only ones that are actually wearing hoods. And have their faces painted white. Earth magic in this mod means basically throwing cannonballs at the enemy, which is what these guys do. So that's it for the unique units of the crab. Now, to battle. Alright, and here we are. So I have all the unique crab units here along with the basic units that almost every clan will be able to recruit. I tried to match the technology tree as close as I could to the Shogun Total War games. If you are familiar with those, then you know what to expect. First of all, here's the Yari Yashigaru. Basic spearmen, don't have the best fighting ability, morale's not good, but they're very useful against cavalry and as numbers. And if they have some experience under their belt and upgraded armor, then they can be very effective. And here's the archer variant. Is variant the right word? Oh, whatever. Most basic ranged attack. They're regular archers. Take it for what that is. But even worse morale. They get hit with cavalry, they're going to turn around and run. Samurai archers, basic archers, who they do alright in melee, but that's not really what they're meant for. So, Yari Samurai. I'm sure you know how that goes. Naginata Samurai. Effective against cavalry like the Yari Samurai, but also against infantry. Well, they move a little bit slow, and if they're flanked, they're pretty much finished. Still useful though, especially against cavalry or shock troops like the Nodachi Samurai. Speaking of shock troops, did I remember to bring any Nodachi Samurai on here? I can't find any. Well, I'm not going to go back into the recruitment menu to go get some. The Nodachi Samurai, you will see later. They are essentially shock troops. throw them at the enemy, cause some chaos. They are really not meant for a toe-to-toe fight, and if they go up against elite katana samurai, they will be chopped to bits. Speaking of katana samurai, here you are. These are the heart of the army. You want these guys in your army. They hack up to bits any enemy infantry. But the Yari samurai is what you want for enemy cavalry. There's the Silver's Legion. Alright, that's really about it. Samurai cavalry, katana samurai on horses, and I believe over here is, yeah, here it is. Mounted samurai archers on horses. I'm sure you can do the math about how these guys are useful. Notice the samurai cavalry only have their katana. They do not have any lance or spear to charge with. That's going to be how it is with most cavalry units in the mod. If you're wondering how I got the look for all of these, no, I did not make these from scratch. There are 2 mods that are used as a springboard. Some of them were from Falcom 3 Total War, I think it's called. And the other one is Eros Total Conquest. The developers of Falcom Total War 3 have given permission for anyone to use their material, as long as it's not flat out plagiarism. As you can see, I tried to change the look of the unit as much as possible so it's not flat out plagiarism. And I PM'd the developer of Eros Total Conquest if I could use his units as a springboard, and he said it's fine as long as I get credit. Which as long as I remember to do that. But regardless of what unit I use, I really try to make it look different as possible, as much as I can, so that I could say I did something to make it different. Okay, anyway. Oh, and here's just plain old General's Bodyguard. You know how that works. It's really just the same thing. I might change it to something else, change the name to something else to fit L5R atmosphere, need be. Alright, now just a moment while I get my troops in position. Alright, now this is good as a formation I'm going to get. So let's start our crab battle. That's what my friends used to say. Whenever the crab would be involved in a battle, or in a battle for the card game or a fight in the RPG, they say, "Crab battle!" Okay. Alright, let's just get started. The enemy that I'm facing is the Imperial families. I chose them for a few reasons, because they really only have generic units right now, and some vanilla ones I have not altered yet. So, nothing special to show. This is really just a demonstration. Alright, let's go. So they have a few groups of samurai archers. Oh. And my Shugenja are starting to work their magic. Yeah, there you go. Just lob right at them. Alright, they're much more useful if they throw at the enemy masses. And all my archers are starting to really trying to fight off these mounted samurai archers. Oh. I really should get my Shugenja out of harm's way from the mounted samurai archers. Shugenja do not have any armor. 1 arrow and they're dead. 1 cavalry charge and they're dead. And the Imperial families have catapults. All factions will be able to recruit the vanilla siege weapons, but they will not be as accessible as in vanilla. They cost more, they take longer to make, they take longer to replenish. I did that on purpose to make sieges a pain in the butt. So, right now it's not looking very good for me. So, I may just have to charge in, because they're just keeping their distance. and that's not good for me. Let's have the damned go right there. Man, this is turning into chaos. As you can see, my forces have overpowered the enemy line. So we're going to have the Slayers help deal with the General's bodyguard, where they get overwhelmed.
Tidings. The enemy general.
And there goes the enemy general.
Sent the base cur to hell. Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Oh. So now the mounted archers. Oh, maybe not.
Pursue and run them down.
Slayer is pretty much over. So, another victory for the Crab Clan, right?
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
So the mounted samurai archers and the siege equipment were a bit annoying, and given that Crab heavy units, the best units, move a little bit slow, you can definitely see how that can be a disadvantage for the Crab. But once all the heavy units start closing in and start doing their damage, that's when the enemy breaks. That is how you play as a Crab. And that's it for now. I think next time when I showcase the clan, I'm gonna try to zoom in and so you guys can see some up close and personal action. So we will be back next time with the crane. Thanks for watching.